Hey Reader fam, today I'm going to be bringing you some peculiar book recommendations. This week on my channel is Peculiar Week and excitement for the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children book to movie adaptation that is being released on Friday. So I thought that today would be fun to recommend you guys some peculiar books. All the books mentioned in today's video are either going to be unique in format, or are full of different characters, or are just original stories. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, we've got Night Film. This is a murder mystery story revolving around the death of a cult horror film director's daughter. This book might take a little bit of time to get into, and I'll admit that the ending isn't the greatest, but it's still a book that I just found myself completely engrossed in. It's full of images and graphics throughout the story that really enhance it and really make it a special reading experience. And it's also got this really cool interactive app that you can use while reading this book. Throughout this book, there's different symbols that you can scan within the app, and it will provide you with more content, which is super hecka cool. We go through quite a few throwbacks throughout this story, so we kind of go back and forth between past and present, and it's just so much fun trying to crack the case alongside the characters within this book. It's also fun attempting to figure it all out before they do. Next on my list is 172 Hours on the Moon. This book is so strange, and that's just why I love it. This is the story of three teenagers who win a trip to spend a week on the moon. But when they get there, they quickly realize that things aren't gonna go the way that they planned. This book is straight up haunting. You know from the start that something's just a little bit off with what's going on. Then you get up to the moon and you're just waiting for madness to go down. And boy oh boy does it go down. Next on my list is The Accident Season. In this story we follow this family that goes through the season called The Accident Season, and they have no idea why it takes place. It just happens and they deal with it. This is a story that's very unique. It's something that I've never seen be done before in YA, and that's why I'm recommending it. I'm not saying it's the best story in the world because I had some issues with it here and there, but I still really enjoyed it, and that's why I'm going to continue to recommend it. I just loved the overall vibe of this story. It's rather dark and creepy and mysterious, but it's not scary in any way. The characters are so weird and quirky and different, and the story itself is just so strange. Stranger danger! But it's a fun one and definitely worth the read. Next on my list is Illuminae. More like Illuma Bay, because this book is Bay. The visualization throughout this story is impeccable, and that's a major reason why I am recommending this book. The visuals are on point. The imagery throughout this book does not take anything away from the story. At least it didn't for me anyway, because the story just completely stands on its own. Now it does take a bit of time to get used to the format, but you'll find yourself quickly becoming attached to the characters, and your mind will be completely blown by the story. And lastly, we have A Monster Calls. This story is so original and emotional. Essentially, we follow this boy whose mother is facing cancer, and one night the boy is visited by a monster. This book kind of showcases how when we go through troubled times, it can be like facing a monster, and we're faced with how to deal with that monster. It's just a really incredible and powerful story full of beautiful imagery, and I would highly recommend it. So those are my 5 peculiar book recommendations. You guys should let me know down below if you were planning to pick up any of these books, or if you have read any of these books, which one is your favorite. Also, if you guys have any peculiar book recommendations, hit me up in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. And that's a major reason.